Good morning and namaskar everyone. Today we have a colorful presentation, and colorful in the sense that it is related to the diversification of colors. Maybe in seeds or flowers, there are variation in the colors, and it has been lately explained maybe 50 years ago. The variation in color, especially ranging from the color in the maize seeds. And today we have presentation on that effect. Our presenter for today is a MSc scholar. She is Binju Maharjan. She is studying master's degree in the Institute of Agriculture and Animal Sciences, Tribhuvan University. And her presentation will focus around transposons. So it is quite a technical term today, but she will take us through in a layman's terms and layman's language. So it will be easy for all of us to understand her presentation. If there is any problem, you may raise your hand and we'll let you a chance. After our presentation, we shall have a discussion. So, Binju, are you presenting in English or Nepali? Okay, over to Binju Maharjan. Binju, please share your presentation and you may speak for some time. Then we shall have the discussion following your presentation.
Sir, is my slide visible?
Okay, please play the Zoom. Okay, now it's okay. It looks fine with me. Okay, over to Binju Maharjan for our presentation on transportable elements. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Agriculture Discussion 34. I am Binju Maharjan, currently pursuing Masters in Agriculture in ISTU on the Department of Plant Breeding and Genetics. Today, I am here to present on transposable elements. Transposable elements are fragments of DNA that can insert into new chromosomal locations and often make duplicate copies of themselves. They can move within the gene or in the different gene. They are the single largest component of eukaryotic and prokaryotic genetic material and accounts for 45% of human genome, 50 to 80% of some grass genome, and 79% in Panax notogenesis. In 1940s, Barbara McClintock made an astonishing discovery while studying the colored kernels of Indian corn. She found that in one strain of maize, a particular locus broke frequently, which was the breakage was due to the genetic factors, which was due to the breakage. The breakage was due to two genetic factors: dissociation and activator. There is this figure shows the phenotypes produced by the interaction between DS, AC, and pigment gene C element. When DS is inserted into the pigment C gene, the original wild-type phenotype is disrupted and colorless kernels are observed. In a strain with CMDS and no AC, the colorless kernels are observed, whereas in the strain with CMDS and AC, which is the activator, this AC activates the dissociation of DS and spotted kernels are formed. In the strain with AC element itself inserted into the C gene, also the spotted kernels are observed. This implies that DS needs activator element for its excision. If the transposable elements are inserted into the pigment gene, then their white kernels are formed. If it excises from the pigment gene, then reverted phenotype is observed. Large spots are observed if the excision is early in the kernel development, because there will be more mitotic descendants. If small spots are observed when there is frequent excision late in the kernel development. Types of transposable elements on the basis of transposition intermediate. There are two types of transposable elements, class 1 and class 2 elements. Class 1 elements are also called retrotransposons. In class 1 element, the transposition occurs via RNA intermediate. Here we can see that the RNA intermediate is reverse transcribed into the complementary DNA, then which is inserted elsewhere in the genome. Class 1 element transposed by copy and paste mechanism, which is also called as replicative transposition. Class 2 elements are DNA transposons. This transpose via DNA intermediate. The DNA excised from this region and is inserted elsewhere in the genome. Class 2 element transposed by cut and paste mechanism, which is also called as non-replicative transposition. We can see the difference between class 1 element and class 2 element in this region. In plants, class 1 element consists of is classified into 5 orders, which is long terminal repeats, long interspersed nuclear element, short interspersed nuclear elements, dictyostelium intermediate repeat sequence, Penelope-like elements. The long terminal repeat is further classified into superfamilies TY1 Copia and TY3 Gypsy. Class 2 elements have two orders, terminal inverted repeats and helitrons. TIR is further divided into superfamilies HAT, mutator, CTA, PIF, harbinger, and TC1 mariner. Mites, which are the members of PIF harbinger, are important for crop genomes. MITE stands for miniature inverted repeat transposable elements. As we know, transposable elements transform from one location to new location. Autonomous elements perform this function unaided, whereas non-autonomous elements need help of autonomous element in order to transpose. In DNA transposons are flanked by terminal inverted repeats, which is represented by black triangle here, and whole genome duplication, which is shown here by arrows. Non-autonomous element of DNA transposons are simple deletions of autonomous element of DNA transposons. LTR retrotransposons or class 1 RNA-mediated transposable elements. In them the transposase is flanked by long terminal repeats, which is shown in black triangles in direct orientation. The example of autonomous elements are lines, whereas its non-autonomous element partner is sine. Sines are short interspersed nuclear elements which require the help of long interspersed nuclear elements for their transposition. Retrotransposon increase the copy number as follows. Here it is reverse transcribed, integrated into new copy, and the copy number increases. In the case of DNA transposons, during the replication of DNA, the transpose excised from this position and is inserted into its sister chromatid. Then DNA ligase seals these positions and new copies, the copy number increases. The next process, way they increase their copy number is the transposable elements excise from this region and get inserted into this unreplicated region. Then after the replication of DNA, the copy number increases. Here we can see the transposable elements here represented as pink color inverted repeats and yellow colored terminal inverted repeats. This represent different families of transposable elements. There can be different families of transposables in one plant also. Impacts of transposable elements in plant genomes. Transposable elements make different changes in our phenotype, in plant phenotypes, gene knockouts. Transposable element disrupt the pigment gene in roses and petunia, making the mosaicism in roses and color streaks in petunia. It makes altered gene expression. The anthocyanin pigment expression is altered by insertion of transposable elements in the coding region of pigment gene. Here we can see the pigmentation of flesh in orange and changes in the grape color. Also, there is ectopic expression in tomatoes. The round wild type tomatoes, by the insertion of transposable elements, is mutated to form the elongated type of tomatoes. In soybean, insertion of TY1 copia LTR retrotransposons in GMPHY-A2 rendered plants insensitive to photoperiod and allowed them to be cultivated at high latitudes. Transposable elements induce aluminum resistance in plants. Aluminum sensitive plants show no organic anion efflux by the root apex. Transposable element insert in the upstream to the organic anions transporter and helps in the release of citrates and malates, which are essential for resistance to aluminum toxicity. The aluminum resistant plants will have high efflux of citrate and malate from its roots. Citrates and malates will bind to the aluminum in the soil and thus decreasing the aluminum toxicity. Transposable elements provide large genome size in plants. Even the closely related species differ in the set and abundance of transposable elements. Here we can see that though the barley, rice, sorghum, maize genomes has diverged from the common ancestors 70 million years ago, there are different they have different size of LTR retrotransposons, which is shown here by green color. Transposable elements are actively transposing. The copy number of amping element in rice is increasing by almost 40 new insertions per plant per generation. Amping in rice is a member of miniature inverted repeat family, mites family. But how can the host survive this transposable element burst? Transposable elements are not randomly distributed. They are inserted into other retrotransposons, inserted into the heterochromatin of centromeres. Heterochromatin are transcriptionally silenced region of genome. For example, mites in rice avoid insertions into the exons. Epigenetic silencing of transposable elements by host genome. There are small interfering RNAs and piRNAs that guide the RNA interference protein complex to transposable element with complementary sequences. This complex recruit the DNA and or histone methyltransferase and modify the DNA and histone tails associated with transposable elements. Then they enrich the repressive epigenetic marks at transposable elements. These repressive epigenetic marks prevents the selfish replication of transposable elements. However, the relationship between the transposable elements and host genomes is tangled. There are during stress condition, the host relaxes the silencing of transposable elements. In turn, transposable elements increase their activity in the presence of stress. For example, elevated temperature mobilizes onsen. TY1 copia retrotransposon. The benefit of transposable element silencing imposes a fitness cost via deleterious effects on the expression of nearby genes. So transposable elements act as a double-edged sword for host genomes. In Arabidopsis thaliana, near the bonsai gene, here is a line transposable elements. Host silence this line element by hypermethylation of this region, but in turn, the bonsai gene is also silenced, and the then the Arabidopsis thaliana height is reduced, and it appears like a bonsai. In Cucumis melo, the WIP1 gene is responsible for male flower development, but the presence of GYNOHAT transposable element hypermethyls this region, and the male flower development is interrupted. Instead, female flowers are formed. Transposable elements can be targeted and deleted. TOS17 chromosome 7 is the actively transposing transposable elements in rice, which is activated in dedifferentiated rice cell and which can cause difficulties in the production of transgenic rice varieties. Saika et al. 2018 was successful in targeted deletion of this transposable element with the help of CRISPR-Cas9. The TOS17 chromosome 7 deficient rice plants produced might be helpful in suppressing the somaclonal mutations. Transposable elements, computational tools in detection of transposable elements are repeat masker, LTR annotator, Recon, and repeat explorer. Thus, transposable elements, we can, from this presentation, we can know that transposable elements have different forms and shapes, and they are not randomly distributed. They are source of mutations and genome rearrangement. And transposable elements can be expressed as well as repressed, and they affect both the germline and somatic cells. And they are not just responsible for transposition, but also they are responsible for resistance to toxicities. They create genes and RNAs and modify the regular networks, as well as they require special computational tools in order to find its activity and presence. Thank you.
Okay, Binju, thank you very much. Thank you so much for your presentation. Could you put off the slide for a while so we shall have short discussion?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Binju, when we were studying about the transposons many years back, we usually thought it was a random insertion or deletion. Now, many things have been regularized, and we believe that they have some roles which are specific, and the insertion is also specific. That's good. Binju, why do you think the nature needs transposon? One question you may decide. If there are other people who wish to have a question to Binju, comments or suggestion, you may raise your hand and I will give you an opportunity. Anyone who is to speak to Binju on the topic. And over here, Dr. Santa Karki is also here, and her PhD thesis was also on MPing. MPing means one of the transposons, miniature transposons. So she may also have some questions to you, questions or suggestions. Any other people who wish to have a question? Okay. Looks like your topic was technical, and many people did not have the, whatever you have presented is clear enough, and there are not many questions. Okay, I also expected you to show some sequences and see how the insertion took place in the sequence level. You can try that next time, because each transposon has its signature of sequence, it unique signature. So based on that uniqueness, we identify which transposon it is. Overall, your presentation was very excellent and it was easy to understand. Okay, just my question, if you have anything from Rachana Pandey. Thank you for your comment. So Binju, over to you.
Sir, I didn't understand your question. There was
Okay,
internet disruptions.
my question is, why do you think the plant need or they produce transposons? Plants are
Why
animals.
plant need?
Yeah, why do they need transposons when they have many other sequences already with them? At what time do
I
they
think
need?
they need transposable elements for their diversification
Okay.
and the speciation. During mutations, transposable elements provide them resistant to abiotic stresses and biotic stresses. They are
Okay.
sessile, they move and protect themselves if any stress comes. So I think transposable elements are necessary to give them surprising gifts, surprising mutation and adaptation to them.
Okay. Good. Thank you. I also think the same, because when they have when the genes at the gene level, when they have trouble adjusting to a new environment, they take some changes and gradually that lead to speciation. So stress at the gene level, that's what I think the plant are coping up with. Okay. So regarding the different types of pigment, do you think all the pigments are influenced by transposon, or there are some housekeeping genes that keep the pigments intact?
Sir, I didn't understand your question.
Okay. So major pigments in the plant, are they only by the transposons, or transposon help only in the diversification?
They may be, some may be due to transposable elements,
Okay.
but some may be due to their own genomes also. I think major the Strix and the mosaicism, they are they are due to the transposable elements induced mutations.
So you give the example of TOS17. That is the recent one. They used CRISPR to insert
Yes,
those
sir.
in the rice. Okay, that's the example. Are there any other examples in animal side? Are they doing some study in animals?
In animal side, in the P elements in Drosophila, they
Okay.
were using transposable elements in disruption of genes,
Okay, good.
targeted disruption of genes.
Okay. Okay, it is discussion between Binju and me. We can continue. So if anyone has a question, you may ask now. Comments or questions. Otherwise, we'll end with Binju's presentation. Okay, Binju, thank you very much for your presentation. Early in the morning, you have given a nice presentation. We shall keep this record and we'll share with other friends. If you have anything else before we conclude.
I'll just add a few things.
Okay, Santakarki.
Thank you, Binju, for the nice presentation. Actually, I could not listen from beginning to the end because I was busy in some other things in the beginning. But as I heard YouTube's discussion, it's not only plants. Transposons are important in even including human genome. as they evolve during the evolution, but they also play as regulatory elements. That's why their function is even more than we think, and that have, although they were often referred to as junk element in the beginning, and selfish DNAs because they found so many copies and they were always replicating themselves. But actually the transposomes were domesticated by the host genome, that they have important regulatory functions as well as other functions, as you have shown in the presentation. And based on their types like retroelements, small transposomes, many things, they do have certain insertion site specificity. That's how their function origins, and they have different roles in the genome. Only that much I wanted to add. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Shantanu. Okay, with this, fine. Good morning to everyone. Let's have a good day hereafter. And thank you for your presence today. Okay, Binju
Thank
and all the people who are present here, thank you very much. Binju, do you have any words before you close?
No, sir. I just
Okay.
want to wish everyone happy Maghe Sangranti.
Oh yeah, today's the day for Sankranti. So the yams that you take, they are also full of transposomes because they survive in the cold. So please keep studying transposome. It is highly scientific, also exciting topic, and new things are coming every day. Please keep updated with those subjects. And I wish you good luck with your studies. Thank you very much. Everyone,
Thank you, sir.
thank you very much. And we'll put off, and hereafter we may continue informal discussion. If